up, guys? 5:12 in the morning. We're going to the far spot today. We got a west wind. It's west-northwest or straight west, which this spot runs pretty much north and south. So west wind works really well. We're gonna get out here, and it rained again a little bit last night, about 2-3 a.m. So everything's wet. It's a little windy. Some more perfect conditions for still hunting. So I got the saddle and everything on, but I'm gonna be still hunting through the woods, and I got a bunch of food to eat. I'm gonna stay here all day, and then I am going to push in farther from that last spot where my trail camera is, and all those deer came out and busted us on that zero wind evening. So none of them smelled me. I know it because I was checking with milk. I mean, I don't know it. They could have. I mean, the wind can do some crazy things, but I was definitely dropping milkweed constantly. I was dropping milkweed constantly, so my shit was falling right behind me. So I don't think they see me. I don't think they smelled me. I think they saw me. I think they saw me moving around up there, and there was no wind, so there's no cover movement, no cover noise. So I think that's what happened. So I'm hoping they haven't been too spooked about it and they're still around there, which I'm sure they are. I mean, there's definitely other people in there, though. There was at least me plus 3 other people hunting in there the other day. I mean, it is a big piece, though, and I just don't think people around here push in that far, you know? I don't think they're willing to do that. I mean, all of them want to sit the corn right on the edge of the corn. And I mean, if you want to kill a little spike or a buck or a little spike or a doe, try to get lucky, yeah, that's a fine spot. You could kill a big buck from there, for sure. But I think your chances are much better back in the woods, you know. Back off of that corn edge if you're trying to kill a real big buck. So we've been walking around aimlessly all morning. Just worked our way to a spot we set up on the ground yesterday. The wind died down. It was easy to me to be quiet at first, but about 7:30, the wind just shut off. And so I just sat around for a little bit. After I boogered a deer over here. And then once the wind ended up picking back up about 8 something. And about 8. Yeah, it's 8:45. And I just worked my way back this way and set up where we saw that little spike come through after I rattled the other day. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to hit forwards. There's a lot of people here today, man. I almost left. I was the first one here. And then a black truck pulled in. And then another truck pulled in. And the other truck pulled in right as I was getting ready to head in here at like 6:30. And so I didn't stay to talk to them because I was already on my way. I was already on my way in here, so I mean, and that's just parking at one spot, so who knows who else is around here. But let's give these horns a good smacking. Let's see what happens. What's up? We're back at the truck here, eating some lunch, eating some pistachios, and drinking my protein drink. And I got some meat sticks, some apple sauces, and strawberry banana fruit drink. So I think I'm good. I think I should have enough to eat today. What is that? I don't know if that's... I think I might be a turkey moving around in the woods back there. Anyway, I'm going to finish eating, and then I'm going to give the DNR a call. Since last night we were walking out, that's a bald eagle. I confirmed it at home. I got on the internet and was looking, and that's 100% juvenile bald eagle. So I'm going to go ahead and give the DNR a call and tell him where he was at. I can even drop him a pin if they need it, and see if they can get somebody out there to help the dude out. So I left out pretty early. I was still hunting around, and it just did not work out for me this morning. The wind died down. I was still moving fairly quietly just because of how wet it is, but the wind really died down, and so I didn't have any cover noise. The shit got super thick in there. I was making lots of noise. I was trying to grunt. I spooked a couple of deer. And I was like, yep, this isn't working, so I just stopped. I climbed up a tree, got 3 sticks up, was getting ready to set my stand. I'm looking around, realized I don't have any. There's too many branches in the way. I can't make a shot at anything up in that tree. There's no way to hunt that area except for off of the ground because it's just so thick in there. So I'm like, God dang, what am I going to do? So I just crawled down, and I sat on the ground right there for a little bit. And then the wind started to pick back up again 30 or 45 minutes later. And so I got up and I just moved back the way I came. I went back to the trail and back the way I came and onto the other side of the ridge. And to a spot we sat the other day when we were here, and we saw that little spike buck come through, or that little 6-point, whatever he was. I call them all spikes. If they ain't got 8 points, they're spike. He was weird though. He had like the 2, and then he just came way up here and he had the 2 little forks. So he was like a weird little 6-point maybe. Either way, we were sitting in that spot, did some rattling, some calling real quick, sat there for an hour and was just not feeling it anymore. It was just kind of like, yeah, you know. So I got back. I still hunted my way back here to the truck super slow. Yeah, so we're gonna sit here, we're gonna eat, we're gonna call the DNR real quick, see if we get a hold of them, and then head back in here for the afternoon hunt. Man, who says this pack is too small, dude? Are you kidding me? I got a camera arm, I got a coat I don't need with hat and net gator in it. My sticks, I got the rattling horns, and them ain't small horns. I got a water bottle. I got some meat sticks, meat and cheese sticks in there. I got a extra battery pack with a cable in here. I got some extra milkweed in there. I got my headlight up here. That's usually where my grunt call goes to. I got my predator stand in the pack with a knee thing that I can put up against the tree to put my knees on. I'm about to get knee pads though, because that'll just be easier. And in here, I got 2 gear ties and some TP, which I had to use this morning. Definitely on the way in here this morning, I thought I was good. I started walking up that hill and definitely just squatted right on the side of the trail and dropped a fatty, wiped my bum and kept on along. Oh, it's glorious. But we called the DNR. They're closed today. We called the conservation board. They're closed today too. But we're getting everything packed up here and getting ready to head back into the woods. It's 12:42. I spent about an hour and a half on the phone with between my old lady and the kids, just sitting around here eating bullshitting. So no big deal. We're gonna get back in here though. It's real early, but I mean, we'll just slowly move our way through and find some shit, and you never know what you might bump into in the rut. I might booger everything out of there and not see nothing tonight because of it too, but hey, I'm having fun, man. I'm having a good time. Having a good time. 55 degrees out right now, which is pretty decent. It's not gonna get any hotter than that though. It's gonna start going down. We got a cold front coming through. That's why I decided to bring the coat, because it's kind of windy too. So, you know, that wind might get in there a little bit when all I got's my hoodie and a shirt. But yeah, man, we're gonna head back in here, and man, it'd be cool if we bumped into something on the way, huh? That'd be awesome, dude. I love getting them from the ground, dude. I love hunting out of the saddle. I love hunting out of the tree. But dude, I gotta do it more so I can become better at it, because I mean, the second I become really good at it, I probably will rarely get in a tree. I love hunting from the ground, dude. It is so intense, man. And when you get one, it's like an added hoorah, you know, like it's just this a little extra special because you were on the ground, you know, you weren't using some fancy pants get up, you know. Just how I feel using this, really. I bumped into some guy here the other day and was just like, oh yeah, you know. He's like, man, you paid a pretty penny for that, huh? Like, yeah, I did. But it's so comfy. I really love it, dude. But I used to just climb trees. You know, I wish I had that shit on video. Boy, those days were wild, dog. No safety harness, nothing. Just climbing up in a tree, and I was standing there for 12 hours, dude, all day. Don't care. That was the only way I killed a lot of deer, though. I went a lot of days where I didn't see shit, though, and just went back to the same spot the next day, or a couple different spots. But those days were wild, dog. My first stand, boy, I hang that thing in anything. Wind blows. I didn't know no better. I just kind of thought that's what you had to do, in my mind. Dude. That's the biggest track I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God. Like, dude. That's more on my bow. That's more than 4 fingers wide. Dude. And it's almost as long as my hand. I've never seen a track that big in my life, dude. That's where the deed went down this morning. This motherfucker's saying 14. No way. Yeah, it's 30 yards. Must have been hitting something. Or just short. We followed that. We checked the trail camera. Lots of big bucks hitting that scrape, but late at night. And most of them looked like they were coming from this general direction. The north. The wind's coming out of the west-northwest. Hitting me in my face, blowing my scent right back down here into the valley. I'm sitting right at the head of a ditch. In between the head of that ditch. In that ditch. So I'm hoping they work through out there somewhere. come into the rattle before it's too dark to shoot. So. That's how it's done, boys.